Do you open your book, stare at the pages for 5 minutes, and somehow end up on your phone? Yeah, that's me too. I used to spend hours studying but still get nothing done. So I started trying different study tips to see what actually works. And these are the ones I wish someone told me earlier. And by the end of this video, you'll know which study tips are actually worth trying. For convenience, this video is divided into 4 sections. Section number 1, learning smarter tips. I used to think reading my notes meant I was studying, but when I tried explaining topics to someone else, I realized what I actually didn't understand. So what I do is, I choose a random topic and then pretend the wall is a 5-year-old and start explaining to the wall very detailed. When you're explaining it, you're basically understanding it. If you can teach it simply, you probably know it well. Now, if it's too awkward for you to stare at a wall and teach it, then what you're going to do is you're going to FaceTime your friend, or you can even arrange a Google Meet and then simply download your textbook and then share your screen and start teaching them. That way they'll learn and you'll understand it way better. I do it all the time. I always teach my friends so I can understand it better and they also learn. Now, if you have siblings, that works too. You can simply teach them too. Next one is active recall. When you reread your notes, it's not going to help you in any way. So let's say it's your exam today and you're like, okay, I need to revise everything. So you quickly just read your notes. That's not going to help you. That's where active recall comes. Instead of reading your notes, close the book and write down everything you remembered. That way, there's a higher chance for you to remember it during your exams. Sometimes you can't really depend on your textbooks because they explain very badly. So what I do is I literally just text ChatGPT like it's my friend. Like, give me a summary of this topic. So ChatGPT gives a summary of it and I just read it like I'm reading my friend's text message. Because that way there's a higher chance for you to remember it, because you can definitely remember your friend's text more than stuff written on your textbook. Now, if you still don't understand what ChatGPT told you and you want to really visualize it, then you can simply go to YouTube and search for videos. Now, if you want to see any experiments or you want to understand any physics concepts, there are a lot of videos on YouTube. And you really just get to visualize it better. That way, you'll remember those things during your exams and you'll be able to recall them and write things down on that paper. We're moving on to section 2. Pomodoro method is basically an amazing method if you're going to study daily. So let's say you come back from school and you're going to sit down 25 minutes, you're going to study a topic and then take a 5 minutes break, again 25 minutes. And if you want a timer for this, there are a lot of videos available on YouTube. But let's say you're going to study for your exam that's like going to come in a week. So studying for 25 minutes is not a good idea. What I would urge you to do is study for 45 minutes, then take a 5 minutes break, again 45 minutes, 5 minutes break. That way you're going to be able to focus more and get things done quickly. Or screw the 45 minutes, just finish one chapter, take 5 minutes break, second chapter, 5 minutes break. That works too. And one thing you need to keep in mind is that keep that phone away from you while you're taking the break. Keep it in a different room, maybe lock it up somewhere. Because if you touch that phone during the break, you're not going to go back to studying, trust me. Next one is study according to your energy levels. This is a crucial focus tip. I used to force myself to study hard subjects when I was very tired. And when you study subjects which are hard for you, when you're tired, it's not going to go into your brain. So what I'm trying to say is, study hard subjects when you're fresh and refreshed. You feel like you can do it. Also, some people like to study early in the morning, some people like to study in the evening or at night time. You also need to find out what time is best for you to study. Because I'm more of a night person. I don't know why when I wake up early in the morning and study, I just fall asleep and it never works out for me. So I'm more of a evening to nighttime study person. So yes, do difficult subjects when you're most productive. Your brain works better that way. Moving on to the third section, motivational tips. Reward system is like the best hack to keep you motivated to study. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to tell yourself, okay, if I finish this chapter, I'm going to get some ice cream. When I finish this subject, I can scroll for a bit. So after you're doing something productive, you're basically rewarding yourself and your brain thinks, okay, if I get this done quickly, I can get a reward. So that way your brain feels like doing it more. It's like giving your brain something to look forward to. If you're someone who waits till the last minute, then this tip is definitely for you. Setting fake deadlines is super important. So what I would do is, if I have a assignment or any homework that's going to be due 2 weeks, then what I do is I come home, I do that then and there. Most of the people are going to do this. They're going to wait till the last minute, the day before the submission date, and literally finish that thing in 2 hours. If you could finish the assignment in 2 hours the day before, then why not do it now? So what you gotta do is you gotta pretend the deadline is just like tomorrow or it's now. So you can do it now and you don't have to panic for later. This doesn't just apply to homework or assignment, it also applies to tests and exams. Tell yourself that the exam is tomorrow, that I have to keep studying now, and you'll finish it quicker, so that way you don't have to panic the day before the exam. Next life-changing hack that actually works for me is the timer race method. So how this works is you're going to take your phone, you're going to keep a 30 minutes timer, and then open your book and tell yourself, okay, let's see if I can finish this whole chapter in just 30 minutes. This way, you're basically challenging your brain to finish that chapter in 30 minutes. It really helps if your exams are coming up and you want to finish everything quickly. You're basically challenging yourself and finishing everything quickly for the exam. It makes your brain think that studying is like a game. Now we're moving on to the last section, that is long-term habits. You know how there's like a specific definition that you really cannot understand no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you read. It's a really hard chapter that you don't understand anything from. It would all just be easy if you read that book or that chapter every single day. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come back from school, you're gonna take a bath, you're gonna eat some food, and then you're gonna sit down and then open your books and look at all the things that your teacher taught you today. First, you can stare at the book for a while, try and process everything, and then you're gonna start reading it. Just read it one time every single day. If you're studying any language subjects, then maybe reading it 2 or 3 times will be better. Think about it. You've read this a lot of times, and right before the exams, when you're reading it, you completely understand it because you've been reading this basically all of those days. Don't forget, consistency matters. Reviewing notes, color coding notes are really amazing habits. I literally color code everything, especially my history, geography textbooks, because they're really complicated, and just coloring them makes them look so much more cuter, and it makes you want to read that book. Who even likes to look at a boring textbook and feel like reading it? Of course not. So color coding definitely helps. It'll make your revisions way more easier. Now remember, don't always pressure yourself with studies. You have to learn to take breaks. Get at least 8 hours of sleep every single day, especially during exams. Your brain can't function properly or remember anything if you don't get enough sleep. The things you learned yesterday will vanish if you don't get enough sleep. Eating healthy and not skipping meals are very crucial. These aren't instant hacks, but they'll help you in the long run. School can feel really overwhelming sometimes, especially when you feel behind. But small habits genuinely add up, and you don't need to become a perfect student overnight. If you have any study tips that works for you, then comment those down below because I'm always trying to improve. That's it for today. Bye! Yours truly, Annabelle.